Hello everybody, welcome to Bike World. My name is Chris Pritchard and I should be here in sunny Spain, and it's far from sunny, drizzling at the minute, but we're here at the press launch for the GSX S750, the new version of the GSR, which is supposed to be a hell of a lot more aggressive, a hell of a lot more stylish and really punchy. They're calling this the Apex Predator, so hopefully we're going to get to test it and see if it actually is an Apex Predator. But with this rain and this weather, I'm not holding out much hope, but we'll see how we get on. Everybody else is coming out now, so we're going to jump on the bikes and see how we go. I've got to admit, the blue is my favourite colour. They also do it in a red, and they're also doing a special edition black, which they're calling the Phantom. But I must admit, blue is my preferred colour. This bike has a lot more characteristics in line with the GSX S750 as opposed to the old GSR. Let's take it for a ride. So we've just reached the second photo stop of the day, and wind has picked up, the rain has picked up, and the roads are becoming damp again. So we're not really going to get to push this bike as hard as we'd like to. Having said that though, the opportunities that we did get to push it, it gripped really well, it's really nimble in the corners, it's a really nice bike to ride, nice and easy to ride, and the Bridgestone S21 tyres that are on it offer a lot of grip, even in this kind of damp and greasy condition, and the Spanish roads are renowned for being very greasy, very slippery, but on this bike it's very grippy. So I'm just about getting the feeling back in my fingers now. That has to be one of the coldest rides I have ever been on. And after the second photo stop, it actually ended up just bucketing it down all the way back. So I did a little bit of a U-turn, came back to the hotel while everybody else is still riding. Much more aggressive than the GSR engine. They've actually increased the rear sprocket up by one tooth, so it's up from 42 to 43, which gives it a lot of low down, aggressive acceleration. One thing I did find was that I was running out of gears fairly fast. I was up in sixth gear and kind of always trying to find another gear. But that being said, once you were in sixth gear, they've internally changed sixth gear slightly, so it's a little bit longer. So once you are on those open roads and you are opening it up a little bit but still maintaining the speed limit, it doesn't feel like you're running out of speed. It's just, you know, through the tight and twisties you just want probably one or two more gears. As you can see, the styling is much more aggressive than the GSR. Again, I don't like to compare it to the GSR because Suzuki is saying that this is a completely different bike, although having said that, if you look at the chassis you'll notice that the frame is exactly the same. Slight change on the swing arm, that's a more tapered look as opposed to the square one on the old GSR. And I really like the angles of the rear seat cowl down onto the belly pan and then across the tank as well. As I mentioned before, the frame is the same as the GSR, but the geometry is only slightly different. This one's actually 5mm longer than the old GSR. Taking a quick look at the suspension now, the front forks are upside down gold anodized KYB. They're 41mm and preload adjustable only. Same with the rear shock. The rear shock's only preload adjustable. Slightly different spring rates from the GSR as well. 3 traction control settings in the engine, and it was set on maximum traction control all day today because I didn't want to run the risk of actually finding out if it worked or not. Thankfully, it gripped pretty well in the wet. One thing that's new on this bike is the low RPM assist. So if you're stuck in traffic on your daily commute or you're stuck in a traffic jam, the low RPM will just help you assist a much smoother throttle control as you're going through traffic nice and slow, as opposed to that juttering you get often with high performance sports bikes. The front calipers are Nissin radials, great brakes, really strong in the wet. Didn't find any issue with them at all, and the ABS never kicked in once, so it just shows you how grippy those Bridgestone S21s are as well. On show at the hotel is the Phantom Black GSX S750. It's fully kitted out with some accessories that are still yet to be officially announced yet. Don't know when they're going to be available for the public, and there's no RRPs on any of it at the minute, so we'll just have to wait and see what Suzuki do with the accessory package on this bike. It comes in 3 colours. It comes in the blue that you can see behind me, also the red, which does look pretty trick actually. They both retail for $7,599, and then the Phantom, that's going to retail at $7,799 over in the UK. So in summary, we can't give this bike a full review because of the weather conditions, but the weather conditions that were given to us, this bike excelled in them. It stuck well, it braked well, it gripped well, and it would have just been nice just to find a few dry roads so we could have opened it up and seen its full potential.